Okay, we're here for some Korean food. Look at that, look at that. No, look, it's a blockchain. But what is that? The biggest one of all. Oh my god, it's Edenchain, guys. It's Edenchain. So we'll be reviewing Edenchain in this Cryptovader show.
Hello guys, once again we meet for this very special review of a super duper ICO, and it's called Edenchain. And look at this food here, it's like this food, it has everything, whereas these are separate. Edenchain has everything, so don't miss the show. I want to see you on the inside now. Let's go now.
You can either have the cooking go like this, or it can go like this.
Welcome now to the review of Edenchain. Now, there are a lot of blockchain projects going around. There's a lot of infrastructure projects going around, but sometimes once, and it happens once in a lifetime or once in a very, very long time, there comes a project that redefines everything, okay? And it kind of smashes all the categories that I use here, be it by sector, hype, use case, tokenomics, roadmap, and intelligence, because it's a project that seemingly is so comprehensive and has everything. And this project that I'm going to review today is called Edenchain. Okay, it's Edenchain. Now, this is a blockchain coming out of Korea. So if you know about Korea, you know icons from Korea. There's a new blockchain that's ICO, which is Icon, is also from Korea. And then you have YGG Drash or Yggdrash, and they're also from Korea. They're of course former Icon people. So there's a lot of choices coming out from Korea, and you know that Korea is such a crypto crazy country. There's a lot of talented people there. Their innovation in IT is probably one of the highest in the world, and they work, guys. They work for the longest hours in the world for the OECD countries, and probably in the world also. And so it is not surprising that if something that's truly innovative and is something that's truly going to smash the glass ceiling, okay, it's going to smash the glass ceiling, it comes out of Korea. And this is a new blockchain called Edenchain. And Edenchain is very, very different because it attempts to really go and disintermediate the middleman, okay? I call it the middleman giant killer. And because of this, Edenchain now has a chance to redefine how business is done, because supposedly through Edenchain, you can now build many decentralized applications, okay? Many decentralized and peer-to-peer applications. And although in Edenchain's web page, they do show the example of designing a financial peer-to-peer application, I'm going to relate Edenchain to another application which is very popular in Southeast Asia, which is the ride-hailing platform of Grab. And you guys know what Grab is, Uber, right? But with Edenchain, at least now, we have a chance of even disintermediating Grab, the giant of ride-sharing in Southeast Asia. So let's go ahead and see what Edenchain is really all about. This is the website. What does it say here? A programmable economy platform. Now that alone should really get your attention here, because a programmable economy, you have Neil being the smart economy, right? Programmable economy, that's what I said. This is very good because this already suggests that you can come out with many decentralized applications in order to disrupt the current market. So on top of a programmable economy platform, which allows you to design applications that are able to disrupt the market, it is also a next generation blockchain platform. Okay, it's a next generation blockchain platform for the decentralized world. And you can go here, https edenchain.io, sign up for the Telegram group, and also just subscribe to the newsletter. So what is it? It's a very thoughtful technology company. I'll leave it to you to go and review this yourself, but it has three main functions here. The first is secure interoperability. Ensure secure interoperability among on-chain and off-chain services. This is good, something that goes on-chain and off-chain. Existing blockchain technology is not safe from hacker threats such as data forgery, corruption, hijacking. When smart contracts internetwork with external system, Edenchain secure interoperability technology by using eBridge architecture and adopting eOracle's consensus and Intel software guard extensions provide environments which smart contracts can securely interwork with external systems. So this is good because this suggests that these DApps can really be for organizations, okay? We want the apps to be for businesses so that they are able to disrupt the markets that we are in. Next is high performance and scalability. I'm truly impressed with this because they're using something called namespace technology, okay, which allows high performance processing because it separates unrelated transactions into separate spaces and executes the transactions in parallel. Yes. And as transactions increase, the processing environment is organized by namespace to maintain optimal performance at all times. But the best of all is practical yet low fees. Okay, low fees are very important because, of course, a lot of blockchain charge per transaction fee. But Edenchain is different for existing smart contracts. Processing costs are charged for each function based on price of cryptocurrencies. However, for Edenchain, processing costs are inexpensive because it charges according to the number of executions regardless of the processing by function. So this is what we want, okay? Regardless of the processing by function. So you get kind of very low fees, which is what you want because it's going to be a super fast blockchain. So if it's super fast, you know, if you are someone who's using it, you don't want to pay high fees, right? You want the speed, but without the cost. And in order to do this, I think what's most important when we see Edenchain is that it purports to disintermediate the middleman. Well, this is what the programmable economy does. You see that? The programmable economy here, what it does is takes out the middleman, okay? So it's a new economic system that capitalizes intangible and tangible values with blockchain technology and freely trades through the internet without a middleman. So all businesses, especially those involving peer-to-peer, can be built on Edenchain on a very super fast platform called Edenchain, in order to disintermediate the middleman. And also this involves bringing down fees. Now this is kind of cool because the fees to use Edenchain are also going to be lower, okay? So in an existing system, they describe here a very good example here. In an existing system, the middleman provides services to buyers and sellers to estimate transactions safe and fast. Now it's being replaced by Edenchain. And the middleman is compensated for it. Of course, in such a system, the middleman, such as your bank or in the ride sharing platforms such as Uber and Grab, make money, and they soon monopolizes the profits from such trades. Okay, and this is obvious. For example, you see here in Southeast Asia, even Grab is the new big kahuna on the market after it acquired Uber's entire ride-sharing business in Southeast Asia. Okay, so this is not good because this could lead a one-player monopoly or so big that it becomes a virtual monopoly, can really lead to a lot of price fixing and price gauging, which may not be fair for consumers like us. So what we want to do is, when there's no middleman, the cost is lowered and it's made simpler than existing transaction processes. And of course, all participants of the network receive corresponding revenue. So this is what we want, okay? The elimination of the middleman. And through Edenchain, of course, we can tokenize all types of assets, tangible and intangible, register them on a blockchain to secure the ownership, trade token with others, and automate trade using an IoT service, okay? The Internet of Things. And I have also put an example of using Edenchain for such a peer-to-peer service, referring to ride sharing, which is related to Grab. Okay, so this is what I've made a conclusion of after going through the white paper for Edenchain, and they've done it in a very good way. I urge you to read the white paper if you are not free to read the long one. They have a short one, which I think is pure genius. That's the way you do it. You know, they have 3 versions of white papers, which we'll see soon. Now, Edenchain is the one all and be all. It is a programmable economy. And when I remember programmable economy, I said, hey, this is like a new smart economy, but Edenchain's taking a lot of things from Neo if it is successful. It's also the most advanced blockchain, decentralization, and secure interoperability. You know, it has e-bridge architecture and can communicate through on-chain and off-chain services. So when I hear of this, isn't this similar to One Ledger? You know, which I already did an ICO review for. It seems to be a complete ecosystem, even with an ICO platform. And since I have Icon, doesn't this sound like Iconess, the ICO platform? Oh my God! So, and then I hear that Edenchain has high performance and scalability by parallel processing. It's scaling up to Quark chain, and even more than that, even more impressive, using namespace technology. So each one by one, it looks like it's taking on all the blockchains together, which is why, as I said, Edenchain here to me is a very, very, very special ICO. And the best part of all is that it has an energy efficient POET consensus. Well, it's better than Bitcoin. So this is it, guys. This is why I am in love with Edenchain, okay? Because every time I read the white paper, it just reminds me of a cryptocurrency. And this is something very unique because it features high performance, safety, and also low cost. The best of which I like is, of course, low cost. Okay, now this is another picture that I got from the Edenchain website. It says here, true democratization, Edenchain, the programmable economy, where you have applications, peer-to-peer applications, commerce applications, finance, healthcare, ICOs through the Hello Eden platform, energy, and the Internet of Things. This is very unique because it is not easy to build interfaces to talk to all these functions, okay? But through the Hello Eden platform, you can launch a company or you can launch a D-app that is capable of doing all this, all within one framework, okay? And Hello Eden here provides you the methods to develop an ICO. And the keywords for Edenchain that you must know are blockchain, programmable economy, tokenization, smart contract, and secured connectivity. And this is another good picture from the Edenchain white paper, where you see you can tokenize all this. Basically, you can tokenize all this and make it into a smart contract. And what I like most about Edenchain, because this is an extremely ambitious project, guys, is that it uses proven technology, you know, from people like Intel and IBM. That I think is really great, because to develop new technology by yourself, being a startup, it is going to be very, very difficult. Brilliant, guys. So this is an example of where I see actually Edenchain, where I said there that it can actually be used to develop a peer-to-peer platform that can be very disruptive. And what can be more disruptive in Southeast Asia if someone comes out with an application to dislodge Grab, okay? Because Grab now is really the big kahuna of ride sharing, okay? It's the big kahuna of ride sharing, and we want to democratize ride sharing, just like ride sharing democratized us from cab, right? Yeah, no more cab now. But you see the issue with Grab now, it provides excellent service, but the drivers are charged very high fees because Grab takes about 20% of the fees that the drivers make. So competitor applications that have tried to replace Grab actually have failed because of lack of network effects. And you know, if someone if it's easier to go for Grab, if it's easier to get customers for Grab, then you probably still want to go for Grab. Although there's another application that instead of charging you 20%, charges only 10%, because at the end of the day, if you do not make your money for the day, then how can you go and pay your bills, eat, and go to sleep with a very, very calm mind, right? So what we can do really is, why can't we build an application where 3% is for the company to maintain a system and launch an ICO? In fact, you can come out with a proper ICO for this through Edenchain, and we can come up with a totally decentralized platform, okay? A decentralized platform to make something that is very similar to Grab. And since Edenchain, get this, okay? Since Edenchain already has IoT, okay, has an IoT platform, then why can't we integrate this with the application? Yes, the IoT can alert, okay, can give an alert to the application that we develop to say that, you know, the car needs to go for maintenance, to make sure that all the cars in our ride-sharing platform are in tip-top condition. And of course, since Eden is already on a blockchain, we can then pay the driver through cryptocurrency. And not worry, you know, I could have Ethereum, and if it goes up, then what happens? Do I pay less Ethereum? That would be very, very complicated. And I'm sure that Eden has the platform to prepare for this, okay? So before we go and ask whether this is the apple in my eyes, what we're going to do is going to go to the website. You see here the Edenchain. Now, what really impresses me, as I said, you know, you really want to go to this website and you really want to study the white paper, okay? And there are 3 types of white paper that are available here. For example, this is the long white paper, okay? Edenchain programmable economy here. So you can go and read this. This is quite technical. This is really the technical part. On the other hand, Edenchain also has a 1-pager white paper. This is basically the summary of what Edenchain is all about. And I just love this because it makes my job easy. In fact, I'm just gonna go ahead and make this bigger. So you can read here what the programmable economy platform is, the architectural layer, distributed ledger, validation and bridge. Benefits of using Eden is scalable. It uses Merkle tree and namespace to construct an execution system capable of parallel processing. In fact, in the AMA, I have heard that Edenchain can scale up. Get this, guys. Edenchain can scale up to over 65 million transactions per second. And the best thing is that this is probably infinite because you can create infinite namespaces, okay? And each namespaces run in parallel. And not only is it fast, it also has trusted connectivity, which HTTPS, ECCTC, and median voter theorem as a consensus algorithm to ensure data integrity between on-chain and off-chain. It is 100% transaction and affordable. Yes, you don't have to worry about the rise in cryptocurrencies because they have made it affordable and charged by transaction instead of charging by a cryptocurrency. And here is a very important point. Eden can run infinite transactions, okay? Infinite transaction per second through infinite namespace that each namespace runs in parallel. So there you go, guys. Running infinite amount of transactions is great because then that would take care of the scalability platform. Now, we might think a company is small, but trust me, some of these startups, they can really go and scale up very, very fast. You can ask Grab if you want. And the issue is when it goes fast, then how does it scale? So Edenchain provides the perfect solution for this, okay? Let's go to the next slide here. And here, you know, let's go to the people now. Let's go here. Oops, not there. I'm going to go and find the people of Edenchain because they are the ones that make a difference. If you want, you can go through this paper here, Edenchain.io, WordPress.com, solving blockchain's biggest problems. So they say here, current blockchain projects are hindered by slow performance and insecure transactions. Data inconsistencies force serial executions on the blockchain. So Edenchain has parallel transactions. So what they do is parallel execution, high-speed based on parallel processing or transactions. And this is by using namespace technology, okay? And here, insecure interoperability, they say here, I like it because they present the solution, okay? They present the problem and they present the solution. And of course, high transaction fees. They charge now per transaction fee, affordable and reasonable processing cost for smart contract execution. Here you see the Edenchain architecture, distributed ledger layer, validation layer, bridge layer. Okay, and you can read this, and here's the people behind Edenchain. And before we make the final decisions on Edenchain, it is best that we go and see who are the people behind Edenchain, because one thing about a project or that is being presented to us in ICO, I would say that the most important aspect is actually the people, guys. You need to see the people and you need to know the people who are doing this project, because ultimately the success of the project really depends on the number of people. And they have great stories here. For example, there's Edenchain Malaysia meetup, the story behind Mirza Udin, the youngest advisor in Edenchain, and people are so important. You see here the team here is James An. He's the CEO and founder. He has a master's degree in software from Korea University, and Kais with 20 years of experience in the field of IT. Now, what I'm most impressed is that he is also technical advisor to the National Computing and Information Services, advisor for the Cloud for Korean Agency for Technology and Standards, and this is the Korean Agency for Technology and Standards. And you see that this is such a strong government body. It has been there since 1883, and he's an advisor there now. Now, seriously, isn't that great? And you look at here, he now teaches a digital MBA course at Seoul School of Integrated Science and Technologies. Here you have Jenny Ryu. She's the co-founder, blockchain developer. She wrote an award-winning bachelor's and master's thesis at Korea University and Dongguk University. 10 years experience in IT. Very, very smart. You have Hokyun Kim, who's a blockchain developer, developed for Korea University, has 18 years experience in the world of IT. The first in the world to develop saw and pin can place. Wow, that is great. I don't know what that is, but if it's the first in the world to do it, then that's really great. At Bind Park, a blockchain developer. You have Kang Ho Kim. He's the Chief Strategy Officer. He was here in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. And let's see what he has to say about the team. And you look at Kang Ho. He's of course been in financial markets for 10 years as a derivatives trader. He is from the investment world, from Franklin Templeton, managing more than 1.6 billion in funds. Now, this is good because you need a financial guy in order to sell your ICO. Okay, you have H.J. Moon, Chief of Business Development Asia, and you look here the various business development teams. Now let's go to their advisor. They even have someone in Singapore. Okay, yeah, Aaron Tays from Singapore, and global advisors. Now this is what I like about Edenchain: global advisors with multidisciplinary expertise. You look at all their advisors; they're all PhDs. Okay, doctorates. This guy Don Chang received bachelor's degree from Seoul National University in nuclear engineering. Jung Hyun Kim is a professor at Chung An University School of Software, okay? And Sung Ho Kim received bachelor's degree, master's degree, and PhD from KAIST, Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology Constitution. And also look at this, he also KISTI, Korea Institute of Science and Technology. So they're all PhDs. And you go down here, well, there's more doctorates here. Ik Chan Ju received bachelor's degree from Seoul National University and PhD from Stanford in Aeronautics and Astronautics, Susung Group Vice President. So they're very smart people. They're very accomplished people, and they're people from very different walks of life. You have Alan Monsu Kim is an advisor, MBA at Assist Graduate School of Business. James John K. bring him 20 years of experience. Okay, this guy is from Chicago. You have Mina Jeong. She's a very famous PR company in Korea, MNK, one of the leading PR firms in Korea. And then you have this guy, Marat Zanispaye from Kazakhstan, and Yung Sang Cho. And you have more and more advisors here. You look at this. This is very, very good. And you even have this Mirza Udin guy, a very young guy, okay, and he worked at BCG, the Boston Consulting Group here, and advised one of the largest Fortune 500 tech conglomerates. He went to MIT. He went to Harvard, actually Harvard, and he had attended both courses in MIT and Harvard Law School. And finally, Ben Godanzi. Now, this is great because he is co-founder. Again, he is the co-founder of the Interoperability Alliance and founder of MB Technology Outcast Nutrition. Okay, he played a crucial role as a co-founder in establishing and developing blockchain interoperability alliance with 3 global leading projects, Aeon, Icon, and OneChain. So with this, hopefully he can bring Edenchain, okay, Edenchain into a global interoperability alliance for cross-chain transactions and communications. Now this seems to be like a very, very good catch for Edenchain, because you don't want really a blockchain that works by itself. You always want interoperability, okay, with other people. So again, to me, it's very simple. Edenchain is something that we all should look at. It is a super kimchi from outer space because it just speeds up the blockchain. Okay, it speeds up the blockchain. And this is something that we really need to look at. Now, I advise you that when you go into this ICO, you need to read the white paper. This is not financial advice. You need to do your own homework. You need to do your own research, because I'm not a financial advisor, and whatever you do, you must be accountable and you must be responsible for your own investment decisions. Now, let's go to the final verdict. Will I go into Edenchain or not? Sector, of course, it's one of the hottest sectors available, because if you look at blockchains now, it's all about speed, such as blockchain. It's also about interoperability and blockchains targeting the corporate sectors such as OneLedger. Talk about hype, okay? Talk about hype. The whitelist, recently the pre-sale whitelist was finished, was signed up within 30 minutes, okay? Within 30 minutes, and of course it is very, very overhyped. They recently opened lottery for only 500 people, and everyone wants to get into this, okay? Use case innovation, definitely this is for peer-to-peer applications, and I've just shown you an example where this Edenchain could even be used to challenge Grab. The tokenomics are certainly very, very good, and such is the roadmap. Now, one thing that I really like about this, they're already going to have a second MVP, okay? So this is very, very good. The intelligence, which is about the people, you saw it just now. They have a team with a lot of great people. This is so important. But one thing that I really like about this is they seem to be dedicated in getting out an MVP. Okay, they want to show the world that they are really successful. That's very important for me, because to me, ICOs, which have the company might not have a track record, so you need to see a community like this, which shows that they're working with a lot of people in the space here. And you want to see that companies like this do have MVP that is already working, and this can be said of Edenchain here, which cannot be said of a lot of other companies. So with that, again, I am recommending this ICO. Okay, do your own research, because again, as I said, this is a super kimchi from outer space. It just makes things very different. I believe that Edenchain is going to be a game changer. Okay, it's going to be a game changer. I believe that it can disrupt the mighty Icon. However, please note that it's going to take a lot of work to do that. But it does seem to be catching up on Icon very, very fast, especially with the ICO platform. And with that, guys, I wish you a good luck. May the force be with you. Do your own work. Study, study, study. Make your decision for Edenchain. And I will see you guys. I will see you not on the moon. I'm going to see you in outer space. Bye for now.